Button and live on the mics. Here we go. And five, four, three.
Welcome everyone to pull up a seat at the table. It is lunchtime in Rome. Tonight's episode 308 is entitled The Quiet Place. It's a noisy world that we live in. Do you find respite?
Oh, hang on, Brian. I'm really sorry.
Here's what you should say.
Chris, why don't you read the intro, if you would be so kind?
Okay.
Wow.
Sorry, Brian. Okay. 3. Welcome, everyone, and pull up a seat at the table. It's lunchtime in Rome. Tonight's episode 308 is entitled The Quiet Place. It's a noisy world that we live in. Do you find respite? Can you shut out all the distractions and just be? Should you have one? We'll be talking about that at the table this evening, so pull up a seat and join us. First-time listeners can subscribe on your favorite podcast app or watch us live or later on YouTube at Lunchtime in Rome. Visit us at lunchtimeinrome.com, and while there, you can take our relational needs questionnaire. Make sure to follow us on all social media, and it would be great if you could give us a 5-star review. Jay, what specifically is this podcast about?
At the table, we strive to love one another and help you to do the same. Some weeks we will have somebody join us so that you can get to know them and learn a little bit about yourself in the process. Other weeks, like this one, we dive into a topic. Romans 12:15 says to rejoice with those who rejoice, mourn with those who mourn. Well, that's what we do. So while it may not be 12:15 in Rome, we're treating it like it is
Lunchtime in
Rome.
How's the mic?
Yay!
Yeah,
Clap,
say
clap,
something.
clap, clap, clap.
How's the mic?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yay! Clap, clap, clap.
Let's start again.
All right.
Hey!
Sorry, we were having
Sorry, I forgot to double check.
minor technical difficulties. Well, this is starting off good.
How's everybody? There goes Jay. Jay's gone.
He's done.
My highlight for the week actually happened tonight.
Ooh.
So normally I say goodnight to Maggie, like out in the living room or whatever, and Mamie takes her back and puts her to bed. But tonight she asked me to put her to bed.
Wow.
So that was a big deal. And
So Amy's upstairs crying.
no, I feel like it's a little bit of a relief, which is nice and good. So yeah,
Excellent.
Sounds
Because Amy feels a lot of the mom pressure of like
sure, yeah, and it's night after night, like,
on all the time.
yeah, right, yeah.
Jay mentioned something last night, and I hope I'm not taking your story, but you were on the way up to take Bella back to school with Joe in the car, and you had a moment where you thought to yourself, I have my kids. And as a young parent, it's oftentimes, okay, I have the kids. I have the kids. They're my responsibility. I better not screw up or whatever it might be. There's a responsibility. And I think what you were saying is, man, my grown children are with me and I get to enjoy that.
Sort of. It was more a reflection of like back in the day, it was, all right, I have the kids and they would be in car seats and I was responsible. Whereas now it's like, oh, we're all adults here, kind of. I mean, I'm obviously their father still. So it was just more of just like a period of time transition of, I don't have the kids, I'm with the kids.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the way to put it. But
Yeah.
it wasn't like, oh man, like you're making me sound far too good of a father. It was lovely.
You are a good father.
And then coming out of Sheets on the way home, I turned to the right to throw something away, but our car was to the left. And Joe goes, Dad, the car's over. Oh, okay. Like he thought I forgot where the car was.
Right.
And I said to him, oh, we're not there yet.
Right.
I said, that day's coming.
That's nice. He's looking out.
Right. But we're not quite there yet.
Well, I've had several of those moments though with Ethan being home from school.
Sure.
I had one actually right before I came over to your house last night. Well, before I left for rehearsal, but Ethan and Abby were having fun in the kitchen. Just, you know, they have their own fun relationship. He torments her. She loves it. And
That's funny because Joe torments Bella. She doesn't love it.
yeah, well, but I did. I looked at them both and it was like, it's so different now than even a year ago. to see the maturity in them, but yet they are still developing their own relationship. So that was a cool moment.
I actually am there sometimes because my brain isn't always focused on where it should be. So like where your car is parked, there was a time. Well, the worst time was like a year ago, and I can't remember where we were and what parking garage we were in, but we were like, I don't know, parked approximately 6 or 7 levels up in a parking garage, and I could not for the life of me remember. And Amy hadn't been there. I think I was going to pick them up, or I can't remember the situation. But it was time to go back to the car. And they're like, okay, where are we going? And I'm like, I have no idea. And we had to do the whole thing of like, let's check this floor. Let's check this floor.
Were you walking around with the key fob?
Yes, I was like, okay, I can't hear anything. I can't hear any. Oh wait, I hear something. It sounds far away.
Yep.
And it's just like,
How
and
long ago
eventually,
was that?
maybe a year. I know.
An EKG or something. Brain scan.
And Amy and Lil finally were like, no, we're just gonna wait right here. And you can find the car and then come find us. And eventually it happened. But
Isn't it amazing how you just blank?
oh yeah,
You don't have that time.
Absolutely.
It's not in your brain.
I was focused somewhere else. Yeah,
I was
sure.
telling Joe that when I was a senior in college, my dad and I went away for the last time to Canada, and we'd gone 5 years before that, not through my college years, but the 7th or 12th grade of high school. And I mean, Canada was my dad's happy place and quiet place. And it was the same property that we went to every year. And so we went. I hadn't been there in 4 years, and we're coming back from fishing at night. It's 11 o'clock at night. It's pitch black. You're in this little dinky boat with a motor that you steer by moving the motor. There's no steering wheel.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, all right, cut down here. And I was like, I don't think so, Dad.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, I really don't think so. He's like, you don't think so? And I was right. And it was the first time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh boy. Now, to be fair to my dad, he was 61, whereas I'm only 54. But yeah, it's crazy times. For me, I was saying before we got on the air, it's crazy. Here's what I've described to people: that I'm a full-time pastor, a full-time area director with Young Life, and I'm involved in the community in many different ways. And people have been great since I came back to Young Life in April. They've been very kind to me and gracious with my, understanding. And those closest to me are always saying like, boy, you're doing a lot. And I'm good. And but what I found is like this December, when I had 2 funerals and a celebration of life within 10 days, it's like I'm at max. So if one of those areas blows up a little, well, now it's going to take away from the emotional and physical and mental reserve. Well, I found out this week also going away is another blurb onto that, because I'm leaving tomorrow for the Unchained Disc Golf Conference, where I'm going to get respite and to be mostly now anonymous and get to play disc golf and get to be in warmish weather and be spiritually renewed. And so it's just been a lot to get to that, but it should be good. I even made the phone call today to my insurance company, which you guys could have answered. At least you could have answered this for me. When you rent a car, they always say, oh, you need the extra insurance. And I always go, I think my insurance is good. Yeah, boo, you better get the extra. We're going to take your family from you if you get a scratch.
Right.
And I'm the guy that cleans out the car to the nth degree when the trip's over, and like you get in the car and it already smells like weed and you're like, what? But I never get the insurance, by the way. And so, but I even called my insurance company today. I was on hold 10 minutes and they're like, oh yeah, you have great insurance. You're good. And I'm like, peace of mind, baby.
Yep.
So I'm good for that. Here's the news I found out last night, which I'm almost indifferent to. So for those of you who are sitting at the table and don't know this, it's a conference centered on disc golf, but also Christian ministry, which is 2 things I'm passionate about. And I went last year and it was good. And there are pros there. And like last year, I played with a woman from the Ukraine and 2 guys from a church in the middle of absolutely nowhere, Mexico, where the one guy is the pastor and he's the second pastor of the church, who, when the first pastor said he was leaving, he said, Jose's going to take my place. And Jose went, shouldn't you have run that past me? And yet, and he'd had a career in like engineering, and it turns out we lead in very similar ways. I would argue, with all due respect and humility, he's better at it than I am, but that's okay, So it's just a wonderful experience, and it's a great place, and it's good. So last night, I'm looking at the rooming assignments. Now I pay the extra $150. I'm staying by myself.
You have to do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you're just wanting to see who's there.
Yeah, who's all there, whatever else. Like the foundation guys are there, and that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
And different pros. And there was one event this year. It's Foundation versus the Nation, they call it. And so it's the foundation guys playing in a 12-hole match versus campers and the pros. There are 3 pros specifically that are playing. One is Silas Schultz, who is an internet superstar, and everybody loves him, and a very good disc golfer. Cole Rodellin, who's a better disc golfer.
Love Cole.
I don't love Cole.
Oh, I love Cole.
Like he
I've never met him.
I will meet him.
Yeah.
And I'll maybe change it, but he's been a little pompous at times.
All right.
He's young.
And then Trinity Bryant, who I actually spoke with last year. She had only been part-time on the tour. She's this 22-year-old. She leads worship when they do their chapels on the tour. This little cutesy-wootsy little 23-year-old girl. And I thought, you can pay $50 and play specifically one hole with one of the pros. Otherwise, you put $10 in to get a raffle ticket, and they pull it out on each tee to play with the pro.
That's cool.
Right. Well, I'm not going to put $10 in it to lose. Well, I thought, I don't want to play with Silas. Everybody wants to play with Silas. I don't want to play with Cole. Like, literally, I just don't.
Hope he's not watching right now.
I told him not to.
Okay.
He was on, now he's gone.
But then I thought, but I can't be a 54-year-old guy signing up to. Am I old enough yet that it's okay that I sign up to play with the cutesy bootsy little 22-year-old? So when I went to sign up, Silas, you can only 5 people. There's only 5. So 5 people had paid for Silas, sold out. 5 people played for Cole, sold out. 2 for Trinity, and I was like, oh, bless her heart. So
That's exciting. That is.
But as I'm looking at the list last night, whose name do I see who lives just over an hour away? He, his wife, and his now 2-year-old child.
Oh, I don't know.
A pro?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
One might say the pro of pros.
Oh. Is it Paul?
It is Paul indeed.
Wow.
Not
Wait,
not
It's
Yule.
not Yuli. Right.
Yeah.
right.
Macbeth?
Yeah.
I thought he lived out west.
No.
Does he live in
he's from
Ohio?
there.
Does
Then
he
he
live-
lives in Virginia. Now he lives in Jacksonville. Because remember last year, somebody needed a ride to his house and they
Yeah.
asked me if I would take him. And I was like, oh, because it wasn't really. And I was like, I don't know. And then he had a different ride, but I was like, I could have Paul Macbeth's address. I don't know what I can do. For those of you who don't know, Paul Macbeth is arguably the greatest of all time. So multimillionaire.
So he's going to be there.
Mhm. He and his wife and Pablo.
So he's a believer.
Oh yeah, very much so.
Great. That's
Yeah.
makes me happy.
Doesn't always. Yeah.
Yeah.
We all fall short.
Yes. We've all sinned and fall short of the glory of God.
That's right.
He actually had a video where his new series is like breaking course records, and he goes to different courses and plays by himself and films it. And there's like 3 different holes where he was like, well, I mean, he told me to go down this fairway, but I didn't know the basket was over here, so we're going to rethrow. And I'm like, wait, you can't rethrow.
Yeah.
He did like 3 times. And like people in the comments are just like, well, yeah, it's easy to break a course record when you get,
Yeah.
But so no, and I'm not even leaving first thing in the morning. I mean, for me, I am. But like last year, my flight was like 6:30. My flight's 11. So
Yeah.
And you had not great weather last time, right?
I had great weather and then terrible weather.
Yeah. So I remembered it not being good at some point.
Right after the conference was over, I stayed like 3 extra days and it was 40 degrees. It was when
Yeah.
it was -10 here.
Yeah.
Well, we're supposed to get some weather tonight.
Right.
Yeah.
we
But
have weather all the time.
Saturday is supposed to be 65 and sunny, and that's the best.
Man, that is the best.
The rest are like 55 and sunny. There's 0
That's
rain in the
still,
forecast.
yeah.
The
That's
lows are
still-
like 28, and some people are freaking out about that. And I'm like, it'll be fine.
I
Yeah.
throw shorts on in 55 right now.
But I'm just very excited to again, and like the guy that I was closest with last year that I just met there, and like I took him to the airport the last day. He's from Washington. He's going to be there again, and so that's cool to catch up with my man Bryson, and so no, it'll be a good time.
That will be a good time. I do want to go to that.
And to double back
Have it
how
every
you,
year.
you started that, it really is like it's your time to get away and recharge, but the getting ready to go is like twice as much work as you would do if you weren't going.
Right.
Like you
Oh,
have to,
for sure.
Yeah.
It is right now.
I
Yeah.
got a logistics question. How do you pack your discs for this?
You know, I mean, anybody who's anybody knows that's your carry-on.
Okay.
So I have all my discs there. I have my backup discs in my suitcase.
Checked bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Checked bag. And then you're allowed to, I mean, it's my carry-on, but then I'm allowed a personal item as well.
Right.
So that'll be just.
So you can have your backpack and then your disc bag.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm taking less than I did last year. Because last year, like, because I played in 2 different tournaments before and after, well, you get like 3 discs and you get this. And
Right.
So I ended up like maxed out.
Yeah, all
last
the
year.
swag,
So
yeah.
now I'm taking less, but I'll bring home hopefully more.
Yeah.
But that's enough about me.
I'm excited for you.
I'm excited for the people who sit at the head of the table. And you sent me a list of that.
I did.
And is it the same list? I wasn't able to open it.
You can just go.
Hey. Groot from the Hooked on Jesus podcast, Laurie Ann, Bethany Dworsky, Marilyn, Ashley, and Breaking 90 have all done their best.
Sorry, I wanted to give a shout out to Breaking 90 because he has helped me with being a guy on the other side listening and helped me with balancing audio and whatnot.
Oh, no kidding.
Shout out, my man. Appreciate it. And please, feedback. I love it. So keep it going, buddy.
We appreciate everyone who helps out with either their time, their talent, or their treasure. And if you go to lunchtimeinrome.com and become a paid subscriber, you will become one who is known as being at the head of the table. We debuted last week our head of the table program. We're refining that with numbers and whatnot, and we'll let you know about that as soon as possible. I have mentioned recently how busy I have been, and that's a good thing because, I mean, when I'm not busy, boof, that's not good. Like, I got to be
You don't
busy.
like downtown.
No. How are you guys on busy versus downtime?
I need them both. There's definitely a balance, but I was telling Lex right before I came over here that right now it's go. It is my bandwidth is being challenged right now. And that's I mean, I think I have a pretty high bandwidth capability, but right now it's being challenged. But I love it because I would much rather do this in phases, and then there's times in the year where it's like, all right, like right in the month of December, I wasn't so busy. There were things that were, there were things that were about to happen but weren't happening yet, and so there were some days in December where it was like 2:00 on a Wednesday, and I was like, I'm just gonna go sit and look at my Christmas tree because right now,
Oh, yeah.
I know,
That's a good quiet place.
yeah,
That
right
is a
now
good
I
quiet
know
place.
that it's about to get really busy in some way, shape. I didn't know exactly how, but I knew it was going to get really busy.
Yeah.
So I took that time because I knew,
That's like the window open analogy that I had. Like, you were like, well, the window's open right now. I
Right.
can breathe,
Yep.
I can live, and I can sit.
Yeah.
The window's going to close and I got to get busy.
Yeah.
So I'm going to at least enjoy this time. What about you guys?
I'm definitely in a busy season for sure. Work is very busy right now.
But in general,
But
do you prefer busy or do you prefer, like, if you had to go to an
sorry.
extreme?
I mean, I prefer to be somewhat busy. I
It's a
don't.
hell of an extreme. Somewhat busy is my extreme.
I don't.
I like lukewarm.
Yeah, I don't want to be go all the time.
But if you had to be go or never go,
Probably go because I would feel guilt or some kind of like a lot of times like if I like I get more days off than Amy does, so this is kind of a good example. And if I'm off and like Maggie has school, I could not do anything, but then like immense guilt comes over me and I'm like, I should probably do something around the house, like clean an area of the garage or feel productive somehow.
you just made up like you were going to say something. And I wonder if it's the same thing I was going to say.
Probably not.
Okay.
What were you going to say?
Well, I find it interesting that your reason for not being still or the opposite is
Yeah.
you'll feel guilty.
Yeah.
I'll go crazy.
Um,
I wouldn't feel guilty for
Yeah.
1 second.
No, yeah.
But I would just be like,
yeah.
now what? Okay, I've been sitting for
Yeah.
like an hour.
No, I would definitely feel guilty.
If, and this is hypothetical and you might not even be able to answer this, but if it was just you,
If it was just me,
you had no Amy, you were you.
I would probably still feel the need to be productive somehow and do something.
I
in,
think
in,
I-
or, in order
One would
to
hope.
in order right, but in order to get like, okay, now I can be quiet or now I can
You'd
do
have
the
to earn
thing.
your slow.
Yeah, I got to earn my
Yeah.
slow.
Chris?
I'm gonna put mine this way. I also I have to have a balance, but if my balance was a golf ball, the sweet spot would be very small, and like I miss a lot because
I don't know what you're
is this
saying.
I have
analogy
no
working
idea
for
what you're
anybody?
saying,
No.
dude. I have no idea what you're saying.
Because
Okay.
I'm like, he's looking at me, but I don't think they understand either.
Okay, so what I mean
And
is,
you bring up a golf reference, and it's ball golf.
Yeah, right? Jeez.
Thanks for confirming
Read the
it.
room, brother.
Loser.
so baseball. Then it doesn't matter.
Worse.
So what I mean is,
Think of
I
like a soccer ball.
Savannah Bananas.
I definitely prefer like or my go-to is downtime,
Sure.
alone time.
If you had to pick one extreme, it would be.
It would be that, but I know that that's not healthy.
Of
No.
course you do.
Sure,
Right.
I
but
get that.
I also, on the other end of it, though, like I feel like I'm very easily maxed out, and that so I like start to lose it if I like.
Sure, me too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know
so
what you
like
mean. Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about, the sweet spot. Like I
No,
I
that's a
can't
great
let it go
answer.
too high. I can't let it go too low, or else I'm out of flux.
So I think we have the extremes because you're that end. You're kind of in the middle, but towards that end.
I want to be wrung out. I want
You and
to.
I both go like maxed out.
Yeah.
What does that even look like? What would it have to be to be maxed? Like in my last hour before we got here, I was telling you guys I had a committee meeting, but I was doing all these other things, and I'm solidifying a bus for summer camp, and and I was like, I didn't have that in my schedule, and okay, and like that's sure. My brother's line always was, he goes, I thrive on chaos. And when I don't have it, I create it. And I was like, wow, that is self-aware. So the impetus for this podcast came from me in my quiet place the other day. And I thought, well, this is remarkable because it is a very finite space. And it's and I was just amazed that I can't find quiet elsewhere. And so I did some research, and the average daily screen time is 6 hours and 45 minutes.
No,
When I read that, can I ask, are you talking like I'm on my phone scrolling, or is it I'm in front of my computer working?
Both.
Okay. All right.
Actively working.
I think I'm higher than that. Then I even teach on a screen most of the time.
See, I think that wouldn't count
Okay,
because you're facing the students,
Sure.
looking at the screen. You're not.
right,
you
right,
know.
right.
So actively looking at a screen is what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
I would be more than that.
Yeah.
Right. But even if you just go to the social media side, say it's 4 hours a day, say it's 3 hours a day, say it's 2 hours a day. Rachel and I went away.
Say it's 1 hour a day.
Say,
Let's
no.
what
Don't
you
say
want.
that. Don't say that. Don't say that. How dare you? Rachel and I went away for our little 2-day trip at New Year's, and we're out, we're together, we're doing stuff, whatever else, and then we came back to the Airbnb, and I got out my phone and I looked at Twitter, and I could literally feel like my brain composition change because I'd been away from it. Because I'll check up every once in a while. Hey, the world blow up yet?
Right.
And it's you read all the studies. Everybody tells you like, oh, this poor Maggie. She was raised with a tablet in her hand, and the kids today and all this stuff. So it's not good, and I think leads to that. You get into the whole brain stuff with increased cortisol levels and anxiety, depression. I stand by the fact, pre-2000, I didn't hear the term anxiety. I mean, I'm slightly older than all of you, somewhat older than.
Yeah, not like it's thrown around today. Like that word is
didn't
thrown around
exist.
a lot.
And I mean, again, this isn't an anti-social media or anti-smartphone podcast, but I've seen videos on, oh, you Gen Z and Gen Alpha, you want to know, you wish you could have grown up in the 90s. You guys all glamorize the 90s. You know what the 90s was like? You're sitting outside the school after practice, hoping your mother picks you up and remembers. You're looking at a rock and deciding if you can throw it up against the tree 3 times before you lose it, because you got no phone to look at. No, you can't contact them, and you could be there for a while and you have no idea. And I'm like, that was those days.
I don't know. That sounds pretty good.
Well, I'm sure it does now, but not to a kid. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, our brains are not wired. We were not created for social media. We are not meant to have every bit of information that the world has to offer right now. We can't take it in. Now, I can work on my computer a good part of the day, and because you can limit things, right?
I don't think that counts. I'm talking,
so,
it's
the
it's
stimulus,
the input, right?
Right.
The stimulus from the outside.
Because I just want to. I don't feel stressed. Like I don't feel like my cortisol's up staring at my screen like on an Excel
productive,
sheet. You know
right.
what I mean? So
Well, and I like it's also because I don't want to be the social media bad, because it's not just social media. It could be all you do is listen to news podcasts and you're just listening to the same people regurgitate the same
you're watching
thing
CNN
over
all
again,
day.
right? Like there's that.
But if you think about it, growing up, what did your parent do? They sat down and they read the evening paper, or they read the morning news, and you could see them get worked up over something. But then what would they do?
Throw it away.
Throw the paper down
Yeah.
and go about their day.
Right.
They didn't carry the paper in their back pocket.
they didn't
Right.
get bzz,
And read it 6
Ping.
times. Yes, and get notifications.
Yeah.
Did you have? Were you going to finish that? Like
No, my thing is like it's like there's just a lot of noise.
much
Whether I feel like
stimuli.
it's on a screen and you're looking at something, or because like I always have like a podcast or something going, while I'm working or while I'm cooking in the kitchen, or I always have something going.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, my mother, God rest her soul, lived in a 2-bedroom apartment with 4 televisions. And she had one in the bedroom, one in the spare bedroom, one in the kitchen, one in the living room. And except for the one in the spare bedroom, they'd all be on in case she was in that room.
wow.
And that was a 93-year-old lady.
Yeah.
And so many people live that way. And people can do, like, I can't do work and listen to a podcast. I can barely do my exercises at the gym, like the 3-12-30, where I'm on the treadmill for 30 minutes. If I'm listening to a podcast, but then they have the screens on mute on different channels. And
Yeah.
I'm the same way. I have a hard time.
It depends on what I'm working on. Like if it's really mundane, I can do it. But if I have to focus and like think, it'll if I have something on, it'll be on, but I didn't retain anything.
There's times where like when I'm doing deep brain work, I can't even have like ambient or work music. Like they have all these things on YouTube where it's like, oh, this is great for study, blah, blah. There's times where I get so in this, I can't even have that on.
Sure. So before we go into what are quiet places and what are our quiet places, I want your input on an observation I had, which is dreams. And that is, I don't have nightmares. I really don't. I can't think of the last nightmare I've had. I have annoying dreams. I have bothersome dreams. Last night, somebody took the meat out of my freezer.
Right.
And we had a backup at Oak Hollow Disc Golf Course. How
Backup
busy?
meat.
No. Too many people playing disc golf.
No, I was with you, Chris.
Okay.
Backup meats?
I thought maybe, you
my
had
meat's
you
been
had
out
a
of the
meat
freezer.
Oh,
but
I had a
got some
backup
backup
of mounted
meat
meat. No. A separate dream.
because I was going to say, I would love to know how that could happen.
Yeah. Where is it on? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I then had the realization I don't ever have good dreams.
Yeah. I can't.
Right.
Yeah.
And I wanted your input on
Agreed.
that. Not on me.
No, I'm the same way. Like I hardly ever dream.
Which is good.
And
That means you're sleeping
when I do,
deeply.
it's usually not good. I wouldn't say nightmare. Like I've had bad dreams and maybe close to nightmare, but yeah, not good. I'd love a good dream.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, it would be great.
I'd love to wake up disappointed that something wasn't real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You wake up and you're like, oh, that was just a dream.
Right.
Rather than,
Yeah.
okay, well, that was just a
I
dream.
definitely don't have nightmares like I used to,
Like growing up as
younger,
a kid.
right?
Yeah.
But stress dreams are its own kind of nightmare for sure. Whether it's work stuff or like fighting with Amy over nothing, but whatever it is in the dream, I don't, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like
Get
it's just that feeling of like,
Well, like
oh,
something
we're-
that didn't happen. Like
You're
right. Yeah.
yeah, and so it's just
Brian, you reacted when I said I don't have good dreams. Do you have good dreams?
I don't dream. I don't remember my dreams nearly like I did before. Now that I have the machine, I'm sleeping great. And so remembering my dreams, it's a lot less frequent. I don't have nightmares either. Most of my dreams, I would say, are kind of like yours. It's more of like that's annoying. Or I have had a recurring one where it's usually at church at 9 a.m. and you've asked, like, you come up to me, I need you to speak.
Right. You've told me that.
Yeah. And that's happened
That's a
more than
stressful.
once.
That's a stressful dream.
Or I get up in front of the church and I don't have any of the
Yeah, you
music.
said this too.
Yeah. And
you're naked, right? No, I'm just kidding. Because that happened.
it wouldn't really bother me, whatever.
No, it bothered everybody else.
It might bother everybody else, but
That's really interesting, and I never have stress dreams about church, and that makes me nervous. Now, why am I not having stress dreams about church? I should.
maybe I'm taking them from you. I don't know.
Thank you.
No, but yeah, I don't remember the last time I woke up and went, well, that was dandy.
Yeah. So I actually did some research and said, hey, have there been any research? Like maybe that's a thing that because there's so much noise, we don't have good dreams anymore.
Okay.
There is no research on that.
Oh no.
So,
Really?
but there is research that post-COVID, that people saying that they have had nightmares has gone from an average of 6.9% in 2019 to 11%. So that's a really big increase, which, by the way, you're telling me only 11% of people have nightmares in 2021.
Yeah, but I mean, we just went around the table and we don't really have nightmares.
True.
I would count stress dreams as adult nightmares, but I don't know if that's by definition.
See, when I think of nightmares, I think of just horror and and
Something's chasing you and
just black.
Oh,
after
when you punch and you can't, and you scream and you can't. Oh, those are the worst. Try to run, you can't. You get to the disc golf course and you can't throw. Oh, I've talked about that. I used to have ball golf bad dreams, like it's getting dark, you tee off, you're not going to finish, and now literally it's just disc golf.
Yeah.
Same thing though. Well, last night there was people all over the place, as it is
At Ocala.
at Ocala with no meat. So I'm trying to think of where to go next. Let's go to the benefits of silence, solitude, and disconnection. And I love the first one that came up with 2 hours of silence can stimulate new cell growth in the hippocampus, tied to your memory, learning, and emotions, supporting long-term. 2 hours?
Well,
Sounds like
Does
forever.
that
it says just 2 hours. Simply have 2 hours.
does that mean like silence and not doing anything, or like working like while you work and not having music or a podcast on while you work?
I don't know. It's not my stat.
Curious.
Who has 2
Yeah.
hours?
Is it like 2 hours of meditation?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Like I'm sure that would do lots of good things.
Just 2 hours. It makes it sound like it's a minimum. Like, don't do 15 minutes. That's not going to help you.
Well, we'll get to that.
Well, there's the Seinfeld episode. Like Jerry asked Elaine, "What'd you do last night?" And she said, "Nothing." Well, she says, "What?" He says, "Well, everybody does nothing." Well, like, what did you do? Literally nothing. I sat there and just stared. And he said, "Wow, that really is nothing."
I was like, putty
Yeah,
on the airplane. You want to read? No.
No, he's just staring at the seat in
You
front
want
of
to
him.
talk? No. But how about crazy if that's now a thing?
Yeah.
Oh
Raw dogging.
yeah, on the plane. Yeah.
How long you can go without reading or sleeping or watching a video?
I feel like I could do that on a plane.
Playing music?
Nope.
Just sitting there looking at the front of the back
I mean,
of
you
the.
can look around, I
Look
guess.
around, but you're not doing anything to like stimulate your brain.
Yeah, I could do that. I
lot of-
honestly could do that. I have no problem not doing anything.
There's a lot of annoying white noise on a plane. Like, just the... That drives me crazy.
The baby in the back. Or
Well,
the-
that too, but I mean just the plane itself. Like, you can hear the engines, like, just that...
I'm so excited to be patient tomorrow. Having to go through the airport, get on the plane,
Oh, yeah.
watch everybody get up to hurry up and crowd onto the plane, and then hurry up and
Do you have TSA
is-
pre-check?
no.
Do you pre?
I do.
I fly. I mean,
I know. I've been thinking about getting it, even though I don't fly that often for work.
It's so worth it. It's
That's what I'm
$85.
saying.
Go downtown and get it.
I just don't
No.
want to take my shoes
Downtown.
off.
Well, North Shore. North Shore.
either way. So, quiet time reduces mental clutter, lowers stress hormones, promotes relaxation.
You don't have to take your shoes off anymore, though. They've
Yeah, I
changed
heard
the
that.
TSA rules.
I would challenge that. When was that changed?
when we got America back.
No, because when I went up, when did I go to New York? Was that
December.
November? December?
Maybe you just had a frisky.
Couple months ago.
Yeah.
No, they said I didn't have to take them off, and then I walked through the thing, and they're like, "You got to take your shoes off." And I'm like, "You just told me I didn't
did you
have to
wear
take them."
boots? Did you have any steel toe?
No,
Nothing.
no.
Well,
I'll report.
the official rule, I think, thanks to Tulsi, is that you don't have to do that anymore.
Well, I hope I don't.
Well, if you do, I'll call Tulsi.
I'll do. You're my first call.
All right.
You can handle that
Yeah,
for me. All right.
I have my TSA pre-check.
Yeah,
I can do
I was
it
like,
anyway.
I know a guy who has TSA pre-check.
Oh, you're good then. That's fine.
Yeah, I don't want to go over the rest of these. I think we all, well, I mean, whatever. I did some research, but whatever. Go ahead.
Regular practice like meditation walks without devices or simply being still improves sleep quality by calming the nervous system and lowering cortisol, making it easier to fall asleep and stay asleep. I will say that in the latter part of 2024, I started his name's Andrew Huberman.
Sure.
He's a neurologist, and I started paying attention to what he was saying and started a whole new routine. And for me, I really do try to go outside and watch the sunrise and try to watch the sunset for a couple minutes. And during that time, I also started the practice of the cold bath in the morning. And so for me, I wake up, I do some push-ups, sit-ups, and crunches. I mean, this is all before 7. And I go out, I put on my 5-minute Our Daily Bread podcast, and I go out and I sit in the cold tub, and it's just quiet. And then the podcast ends, and I sit there, especially now in the winter, there's nothing going on outside. And it really is a tremendous way just to reset and start the day. And when you do that, it really is striking, because then you get into the middle of the day and it's like, oh, I remember this morning, and this is a total contrast where you're having the conversations and so, but I definitely stand by. I'm sleeping way better than I used to, and I feel much more just overall regulated, a lot better.
Oh, and the pattern, the routine. No, I love that.
Yeah.
Absolutely love that. So I asked the people on Facebook. Ooh. You don't have it. I do.
Nice.
That was the beauty of being in a Young Life meeting that was going a little haywire. I was like, ooh, I didn't take down the comments from Facebook. So while people were talking and bantering back and forth, I was like, copy, paste, type. So I want to see how long it takes you to ask a question as I go over these examples.
Okay.
So Josh.
Kind of question.
Exactly. Josh Hughes.
What did
Hey,
you ask
Josh
them?
Hughes.
Where is your quiet place?
Okay.
I said, I mean, basically cut and pasted from what the beginning of the podcast was.
Okay.
It's a noisy world. We need a quiet place. What is your quiet place? He said the gym.
Okay.
Merle,
Mm-hmm.
reading a book.
Mm-hmm.
Janet Amato, her deck on summer days. So
Yeah.
she's not out there right now. My quiet place. Brian.
Although it's nice just to step outside, like
Oh, yeah.
even like I love stepping outside in the morning and seeing like the morning sky, a couple stars still out there. Like there is something about it, and like nobody's up yet. You know, it's nice. It's nice.
Mike Greer, fishing in Potter County. As compared to other counties. Go ahead.
You're waiting for us to ask questions?
No, I just want to comment on these. Like, what do you guys think of them? Whatnot? No, there's a question that I came up with that I just wondered if you guys will ask it.
Well, there's absolutely, speaking of fishing, like getting out in nature for me has always been has been soothing, it's I'm sure maybe it's everybody, like it's very natural, you know what I mean? But like, oh my gosh, just a walk in Boyce Park or something like that, where you're just leaving the cars behind for a while and just like things get quiet and you can just hear the wind. Like that's, yeah.
And then there's the people that decide to live in New York City or Chicago and maybe never leave Manhattan.
Right.
I don't get that. I don't get how you can do that.
Hey, if you ask Rachel, would you rather live in Homewood or, the outskirts in the countryside? And she will say Homewood every time.
Huh. Yeah.
I remember in college in Bloomington. Bloomington is in southern Indiana, and it has rolling hills, but no big hills. And I remember saying how I would look forward to getting out onto I-37 to go to Indianapolis because I would get sight cramped because in Bloomington, all the hills are kind of the same. So you can only see like 200 feet ahead of you. There's no far distance to see, let alone in a concrete jungle. You can see half a block.
Right.
I would go nuts.
Well, and that's something actually that just occurred to me because, like, I mean, I can go to my backyard and it's a great backyard. There's just woods behind there.
Oh, yeah,
and
you can see it far ways down there.
It's a nice, quiet place. But thinking about, like, people in New York, because I know I work with people in New York, and I've talked to people in New York, and they love it, and then I feel like, but then like they a lot of them they probably try to find their quiet place, but I'm like, how do you find a quiet place in a place like New York City? Like
Central Park with headphones on, playing classical music
and that's kind of my
while
point.
you step over the homeless people.
But that's like my point. Like, it's artificial. It's not like a true quiet. You know what I mean?
1994, I was asked to move to Long Beach, California, and work for the hose company I was working for out here. And one of the reasons why I didn't go, one of the many reasons, was I thought I'll never be alone. Like, if you could make enough money to afford a house, which would cost $1 million back then, the next house is literally 1 foot away. You want to go drive in the middle of the night? Cars everywhere. You're never alone. So let alone in New York City.
Yeah.
Why do you think everybody's freaking out? I'll get to what I was going to say, which is,
but that's I just want to put a period on my point there. Because my point is, like, any quiet time, you would have to manufacture it, and I feel like it would be artificial and not a true quiet time. Like, it's not like just getting out in nature and being in nature. It's like you're artificially putting
you could
on.
be in your living room with music on. You have to drown the noise out.
I think it depends on
Yes.
your mental state. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I feel like that
you
would
could
just.
get yourself there, but it's not.
I still feel like
it's
it's
easy.
artificial,
And maybe
I
to
just
some
would
degree
hate
it's
it.
relative. Like their normal is so much louder than your normal
Yeah,
that if their quiet is still louder than your quiet,
Sure.
it still has that
it's still
effect on that.
something, I guess.
And there's people that are wired completely different than you.
I
You
know.
Like I think
Yeah.
about
Not everybody's like you, Eric.
I think about Kono. Like the guy just
Oh.
he doesn't stop and he can't sit still.
Yeah.
And if he's not in that, that is his quiet place in a weird way.
That's wild to me. Which isn't a quiet place, but
It's
like
not.
I get what you're saying.
He's been
yeah.
doing it like that for so long. I don't think he understands. If you listen in Kono, love you.
Yeah.
I don't think he understands how to step back.
Sure.
So I'll get to my conclusion so you don't ruin the rest of these. I think that people confuse their happy place with their quiet place.
Okay.
Like to me, the quiet place is where you go to get away from the noise and you can be still. It's not what do you enjoy doing or where do you relax per se. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It just occurred to me, and we'll get into more of these in a minute.
I would still err on the fact of like
I think you need a happy place, but I don't think it's
you
the
need
same as your quiet place.
Yeah, like the beach is my happy
Yeah.
place. Like
Sure, the beach for me,
Right.
disc golfing.
disc golfing, all that stuff. But like I just like being
That's
able
not
to
quiet because I have stimulus. How am I playing? Did I throw well?
Sure.
Did I do this?
Right.
I like quiet at all.
Yeah. But like I appreciate how I can just walk out my back door and be in a good quiet place.
I'm going to ask where's everybody's quiet place, but two of you have already offered yours.
Well, I'm not saying that's my quiet place. 'Cause
Well, let's go on to
I
some
wanna
more
talk about
people.
that. Yeah.
Love Robert Green from church, Robert
Yeah.
and Kelly. Bedroom listening to the rain, which tell me the guy lives in Pittsburgh.
You got your
When you say, yep, that's typically, and he goes, or I have a noise machine.
yeah.
Which is funny because I'm sure he doesn't live in a very noisy neighborhood.
Sure.
Michelle Gonzalez, big friend of us at the
Yeah.
table, driving with the radio on or hanging out at Renzi Park in McKeesport. You must know about that.
Oh, Renzihausen. Yeah.
I do feel
German
like
Park?
Renzihausen.
The dude is
A lot of
named
Germans
after-
over there in
after-
McKeesport.
yeah.
I do feel like as a parent now, like there's times where I will be in the car, like after dropping Maggie off, and you do have like a moment of peace just in the car ride, And
Do you
that
turn
is
the radio
nice.
off?
I have, like, and just listen.
That's
to
my
nothing.
move.
Yeah, I have done that. I
the
should
way
probably
over
do,
here.
I should probably do it more, but
Mhm.
because I usually have a podcast in the hopper, whether it's like Nate Land or John Chris or something. But like,
Lunchtime in a room.
but sometimes I will just turn it off and either have quiet time with God or just sit in the quiet.
It's kind of cool. Rachel knows on Saturday nights if we're out when we get home, she's always like, make sure to turn your radio off because like Sunday mornings, I listen to nothing on the way to church. Like I just have to be focused and I want to be in the zone.
Yeah.
And I don't want anything else getting in there
Sure.
in that time period. Jess Lynn, car or bathroom?
Wait. Carnivore?
Car or
bathroom.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you said
Carnivore's
bathroom.
You have to understand, it's soundproof. It's really good. Bev Sheasley, home on the couch. That's a good one. Evie, her basement. Chesney, living room early before people wake up. Lynn Gromkowski, beach in the sunrise and sunset. Sure. Bernice, I think steals the show.
Yeah, well, I can't imagine.
Living room
Yep.
and Bible
Yep.
early in the morning.
Yep.
Late night worship and praise music.
I mean, she's
Her
finished.
mansion in heaven.
She's
I'll tell you.
finishing strong. You know what I'm saying?
I'm hoping to visit her mansion in heaven.
Yeah.
You know, I'll be like down the street, down the hill.
Yeah, I'll be in her woodshed out back. You know what I mean?
Can we revisit the beach at morning and sunrise and sunset for a second? Do you guys? I don't think we've ever talked about this, but I swear it's a physical phenomenon where you like I love evening beach, and one of the things I love most is that sun starts going down. I swear everything gets quieter. Even the waves get like everything. I don't know what. Like there's a
It's like it's going to bed.
yes.
Yeah.
Does anybody else
I know what you mean.
feel that?
Yeah.
And that, so like, even though I'm like, we said, oh, the beach is maybe a happy place, not a quiet place, but there's
Magical
something.
place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beach is
And
awesome.
there's-
Spiritual place.
Well, I mean, there's less people there because it's not the day
Right.
anymore. People are going back to eat.
And there's background noise of the waves, but not necessarily harmful noise. Yeah. So that's a certain kind of quiet.
Birds
Yeah.
are going back to get recharged on the wires.
Is that what they do?
Yeah. No, I haven't done as much anymore now that I don't ball golf and have to get to a 7 a.m. tea time at the beach. But man, the sunrise at the beach is pretty crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, it's humbling. It's
Yeah.
just, it's something. Laurie Ann on the couch with Riley, her dog.
Mm-hmm.
Kalina, cleaning and organizing.
That's different than me.
Brian.
I mean, if
No,
if you can get into
yeah.
a quiet place in your soul by doing that, then more
Yeah.
power to you. Plus, you're being productive.
I would say with nothing on and cleaning, I mean, you're not listening to anything.
It's a version of it. It's
Well-
not being still. It's being quiet.
It's not being still, it's being quiet, but I feel like you can think a lot when you're doing that. Cause like when you're cleaning, you're not really thinking much. You're just doing it, you know? And you can be quiet. Cause and like you said, Brian, it's productive and you do feel better after you do it. You know, I mean, at least I do whenever I clean up stuff.
And I will say on that note, you know, I think one of the secret disciplines, it's not really a secret discipline, but something that the Bible talks about over and over again, especially in the New Testament, is don't worry, and be still. And these things are things that, I don't know, from the late 90s, God has been pounding into my head over and over and over. And so,
Don't worry.
well, but it's the difference between I can do the like right now. There can be a peace right now. There can be a peace in the midst of the chaos. When I was in New York, you know, 2 years ago now in January, I was very peaceful in the midst of that chaos. And it's because, you know, I just think because over the years, there's been that internalization of be still. It's a state of mind and a state of being that you can take anywhere that you go or whatever situation that you're in. So for me, you know, and then there's times where like you definitely need a physical piece. You need to remove yourself. But for me, I really have tried to internalize that regardless of what I'm doing. I feel still within myself. And when I don't, I know that. Like it's very jarring to me.
I saw a guy the other day. He said, just in case you didn't know this, he said, when your brain's doing your brain thing, he said, when you have discernment, that's your conviction. So if we want to look at it from a Christian perspective, when you have statements of fact, that's God speaking to you. When you have questions, that's your anxiety coming through. So it's, you know, be still and know that I'm God. Okay, good. All right, fine. What's going to happen if this doesn't go right? Like, I thought that was a good way to look at the thoughts in your head. When they're definitive statements of, of clarity and comfort, that's God speaking to you. When it's questions, that's your brain messing with you and the enemy teasing you, for lack of a better term. Joe Capobianco, Joe Cap, coaching baseball. That ain't no quiet place, bro. Joe Rompala, my home since I retired. Actually, lives right by here. Brenda, walking and listening to mindless music. And then finally, Anita Choma. I wish I had one.
Oh, I thought you were going to say cooking.
No.
Oh, that's
I wish I had one.
that's stab
that
to the
kinda-
gut.
Makes your heart hurt.
Yeah.
And if you think about how a couple years ago now, I said, I want you to spend 5 minutes a day and just be still to the church. The number of people that said they couldn't do it. So in the mornings, I assume, is your quiet place outside. Yours is, where's your quiet place, Eric?
Probably in the morning after I drop Maggie off, after Amy leaves, like I'll do my like devotional and just have like a little bit of quiet before I dig into work. The thing is, one thing that I was thinking of as I saw the topic of discussion is I should change the location of it, because I do it here. I literally do it in this chair. I should do
Your
it.
devotion?
Yeah.
Yeah, go sit over there.
Yeah, or like go upstairs. In the summertime, go outside.
It should not be in your work chair.
It should not be in my work chair.
Right.
No,
You
for
know,
sure.
yeah.
Chris, do you have one?
I don't think that I currently do.
Sure.
And
Thank
that
you.
makes me, yeah.
Well, wait till you hear mine.
Do tell.
Are
Well,
you
that's
done?
all I was going to say was that this makes me
So on
feel
your
the need to find one.
on your trip to work at McKeesport in the morning, what do you do?
Yeah. So there are moments where I could make one, but I never, it's never quiet. Like I'm always putting the radio. That's what I do. I'll listen to like DVE or
Really?
or the fan
Yes.
and just like
In the morning
talk radio.
He's
yeah.
old school, man.
Yeah. I would do
with
talk.
commercials and everything?
Yeah, but
you go from one to the
I go from one to the other.
He's one of the
Yeah.
5 people that still do it, man.
On his drive home, he listens to Colin Dunlap on
Brian's
1020.
Brian's face right now is so good.
Yeah, so I'll have the radio on and like, but so there's
He's got to hear the news.
there's no quiet.
I miss it.
It's
Yeah, that's really
yeah,
How long's your
Unhealthy.
commute?
20.
Yeah, take 5.
Yeah.
Find it.
But even
I would
then,
challenge you. Our Daily Bread podcast.
Okay.
5 minutes.
There you go.
I
Start
would
with
do
that.
that. I also though feel like to really be healthy, it needs to be more than just like on your ride, or at least for me on my
Yeah, you shouldn't
ride
do
to
anything
work.
then. Good point.
Yeah,
Yeah, you should not do anything.
Just-
Not just try to start with 5 minutes
Yeah.
quiet in the car.
No, that's not what I mean. Don't sabotage it.
Well, you're sabotaging it.
no.
For to be really healthy,
I
it should
said
be more.
that's listen. I said that is a good idea, and I will do that.
As a on-ramp
And-
towards.
Yes, exactly.
Love that.
Yes.
Love that. Here's mine. You ready? Now, borderline is my bed in the middle of the night, because unlike most people, no, just like most people, I still keep my phone by my bed. So when I go to bed, I scroll, and I have my system of I scroll, and then I go to bed. Well, that's terrible. Huberman would tell you not to do that. No reason why my phone shouldn't be in a separate room and I have an alarm clock. Zero reason for it. Minus, I'm a pastor and people might need me, but I often have my phone off anyhow. So what's the difference? They'll need me in the morning when I wake up. But if I get up middle of the night, go to the bathroom, come back down, man. Or once I turn my phone off, the time I have with the Lord in those moments, I can direct my thoughts and there's no stimulus. And I know that the house is put to bed because I go to bed later than anybody else. That sort of counts, but you're drifting off to sleep and the weird thoughts come in.
Right.
Here is my one quiet place. The shower.
It's not weird at all.
It hit me the other day. I got so much done. And it was like, oh, I forgot. Oh, that's so great. And okay, God, what about this? And, to the point where I was like, I'm kind of shriveling up here. But I thought, why can't I sit in a chair in my living room or
Yeah.
on my deck or whatever? I mean, my brain, we've talked about it.
It's a magical place, that shower.
What you need to do is put a bench in your shower, and then you can sit and
Be like Kramer.
yeah.
You guys know in my
Wow, a lot of Seinfeld tonight.
you guys know in my bathroom downstairs I have the whiteboard because I'll be in the shower. It's like the Matrix. It's like thoughts and
Isn't it
schemes, and I'm
incredible?
like, yes,
What happens in the shower?
it's amazing.
That's
Cutting
where-
grass for me. Cutting grass, it's like my brain disconnects, and
A little bit.
Like-
a little bit. Also used to be for me building the disc golf course. Like not maintaining it so much, but building it. I could kind of go to a different place.
there's a good creative energy in that. Maintaining
guess.
is like, yeah.
But man, the shower, I get in there and it's like, oh, let's be. But I really wish I could be disciplined enough to do that elsewhere. You're looking just to check on.
I'm just checking the wavelength.
Okay. So, in case you want to get started, here's some general tips for success. Chris, why don't you read one of the first ones?
Okay, number 1, environment matters. Create a dedicated quiet spot, even a cozy chair, to signal your brain it's time to unwind. I like that because of the psychological aspect of like your brain knows that's a safe spot to just
It's like Pavlov's dogs.
yeah. All the dogs.
They all know how to relax.
Be kind to resistance. The first weeks often feel awkward or restless. That's the brain detoxing from constant stimulation. It eases with repetition.
Much like you said, Jay, I'm sorry if I could chime in real quick. Like you said earlier, like you can feel when you pick up your phone, like something, the switch in your brain. I've felt that more and more in recent years, like the chemical imbalance or whatever you
Cortisol,
want
sure.
to call it. Yeah. And I'm like,
I have a rule now. Like I'll say like how many bothersome somethings I'm allowed to see before I just get off that app. You know, like, all right.
Oh, yeah.
Like, even if it's like
Yeah.
Tomlin got fired yesterday. All right. I'm going to see 3 Tomlin posts and then we're out.
for me, it's not even like I do not do social media, but like even just
Or
playing
email.
games. That's right.
Or text.
Even play.
Go ahead.
Playing games on my phone or on my whatever, like it's just I don't know, it's like numbing, and I feel that like there's a little like finger poking me in the back of the head, like turn it off, turn it
And
off.
it almost hurts, right? Like
Yeah.
you get to the point where it's like, this is uncomfortable.
Mhm.
But you keep doing
I keep
it.
doing it.
Accountability light. Tell a friend you're trying this, or use a habit tracker app for gentle reminders.
Hate that one.
Oh,
I would do
Really?
a friend.
I'm just.
Would you do a friend?
but doesn't speaking it into existence sort of like help with the validity? Like sometimes you'll say something to yourself in your brain, and it's easier to just like let it go by the wayside.
First of all, I think my answer is more for me.
Okay.
Like people, that's true of accountability at all. Like back in the day before Rachel and I were married, I was sharing with Butch, my good buddy Butch, well, we're not having sex, but I think maybe we're going too far. And he's like, all right, well, I'm going to call you next week and make sure that you didn't. I'm like, Butch, I can lie to myself. I could certainly lie to you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need your help with that. But to your point, I actually saw a study of people that are going to go on a diet or start to work out. And they said, do not tell anyone. Because what happens is you tell people and they go, you're fine the way you are. So you get that boost and then you don't work out.
Those
Wait
people are the
until there's like a
worst.
month and people go, are you working out? Or are you losing weight? So that's part of that.
Yeah,
But I get it. Accountability works.
I would say if you have an emotional need,
Whoa, support
support,
and
it
or
would-
acceptance.
yeah, it would be helpful because I see that as a benefit. Like, we've been going to the gym, or I'll check in with Max on something diet wise or whatever. Like, I find accountability helpful.
That's interesting though.
And I was
Yeah.
gonna say you can use us. Like you want to share like a thing you're trying or a success that you've had or whatever, right? I mean, don't have anybody else to share it with. Share it with us.
Scale back if needed. If 5 minutes feels too hard, drop to 2. I mean, literally 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
And again,
Consistency
you know how many
beats-
1 minutes you have in a day?
Like I feel
An
like
awful lot.
I feel like a lot of things go back to like working out. Just go to the gym and get on the treadmill for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then
Like,
leave.
Just get through the door. Yeah.
Just go.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's half the battle because like once I'm in the gym, I'm like I'm here, and yeah, it's helpful with like somebody else to do it with for me, but yeah,
I think it's above all else, it's about intention. It's my intention to increase that, so therefore you're going to find ways to do that.
Yeah.
And that helps, whether it's breathing exercises, which that's something else. There's a couple things that I would like to look into.
Yeah.
Like I've done different ones. Are you being funny?
No, I'm
No,
not.
he thought you were.
I thought
I
about
like
it too.
breathing.
Well, there's like the 4 seconds in through your nose,
Yeah.
and then 8 seconds out through your mouth, and then a 4-second pause in between. But then it's like, no, you want to do, like I would love to find the expert in that. And then this has nothing to do with anything other than there's a stretch company downtown on how like they stretch you out. So it's not a massage.
Yeah.
They stretch you. And I'm like, I would like to get better at that. Even though I'm already flexible, but like, I would like to learn how to breathe better, Anyway,
That's interesting. I would do that too.
the stretching.
I'd be into that.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I was thinking about my Dr. Brent, my chiropractor. He does this cryo chamber. I want to try out. It's minus 180 degrees,
for how long?
2 or 3 minutes, depending on what you can take.
Yeah, because
Like
you
they
can't
cut-
stay in there too long.
They cover your you wear gloves but he goes in his boxers and like with gloves on and socks. 2 to 3 minutes. It's for anti-inflammatory.
I'd wear an extra glove. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Athletes will do it.
He gifted
Yeah.
me a free session, which expired in December, which I
Attaboy.
didn't realize. So I had such a crazy December, but I want to try that too.
Well,
I'd be curious to hear about that experience.
real quick, because I committed to food questions in the new year. What is a childhood staple that you don't eat anymore, but go, well, that'd be nice?
Ooh.
For me, my mom would make what she called glop. And it was basically whatever kind of pasta with ground beef and tomatoes, but not all tomatoes. And it wasn't a tomato sauce. It was sort of like a hamburger helper.
Like
Yeah,
chunk
dude,
over
but
my,
loose.
my
It's
mom
so-
chunk over mashed potatoes.
Yeah. It's so funny you said mine's the exact same. And I just had it the other night at my mom's.
Oh, wow.
We called it Shawnee Special because my family used to have a camp up in up near Shawnee State Park, and it was one of those simple meals that they could make in the camper. And it is basically hamburger helper with pasta noodles and some kind of tomato sauce. Yeah,
Yeah.
and cheese. You put
My
cheese
dad
in.
also made a really good flank steak, and he would do like this mayo, Worcestershire sauce, kind of a dipping sauce or whatever.
Yeah.
That would be it, because I'm not making that.
2 slices of potato bread and a giant bowl of cocoa pebbles
Oh man,
at 12 o'clock midnight
or 11 o'clock
After I-
watching
after I
Price is
got-
Right.
after I got home from hockey.
I'm gonna guess you're the chef of this. Yeah.
What do you mean?
I mean, nobody's making it. Because it was for childhood.
Oh, I see what
I'm
you're
like,
Oh yeah, no,
your mom
this-
isn't doing
this
that
is,
for
This
you.
is late teens. I
Yeah.
just got back from like late night hockey.
I have another one of my mom's. My mom's
Trying to watch Cinemax through,
Squiggles.
Through the
Squiggles.
through the staticky. Yeah.
Oh, my mom's chipped ham sandwich. So good. What
Why
about you?
would you not? Well, I mean, besides the bread,
The bread, and it was because mom made it, and it was
Yeah, there's something different when somebody else makes
Yeah.
it for you.
Mine would be.
and it
my
would be
dad's-
white bread, and it would stick to the roof of your mouth and all that stuff. Go ahead.
My dad's spaghetti sauce. Yeah,
Nice.
which I will never have again.
Yeah, you weren't going to anyhow. You'd had a lot of years where you didn't get it. When's the last time you had it?
Yeah, I don't.
Childhood.
See,
Yeah, a long.
you
long
wasted
time
all
ago.
those years. Now it's gone.
Brutal.
So yeah, those were good times and good foods.
they sure were. That's it for episode 308. Join us next week for episode, you guessed it, 309. Between now and then, please give us a like or follow on social media and visit us at lunchtimeinrome.com. And while there, it would be wonderful if you took our relational needs questionnaire. Thank you for joining us at the table for Lunchtime in Rome. Bye.
See you next week.
I'm gonna go make spaghetti.
Bye.